Hello and welcome to the STB Racing League Season 21, Season 22, Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. We're living in the past. Welcome to Yas Marina. It's round 3 of the new championship season here for Tier 2. Unfortunately, we've got a slightly smaller lobby tonight, but do you know what? These drivers are on smoke every week, so we're going to have some incredible battles. Joining me in the commentary box as Tornado takes a good little line there, similar to Nitro Shooting Tier 1. Yeah, I'm joined by the incredible, the beautiful, the magnificent Mafio II. Hello, Matt. Welcome to Abu Dhabi. We're here for round 3. Very, as I said yesterday, very unique placement in the calendar. I don't think many leagues have done it as a round 3, but yeah, what can we expect from this race? It's going to be a very interesting one, to say the least.
Tornado fucked it. Tornado was on a good lap there and he just fucked it in the third sector. He lose a bit of time, somebody got away with it. But yeah, Abu Dhabi, well, strange place to be on this calendar. Well, shouldn't be on the calendar at all, but yeah, anyway, we won't get much question about that. Yellow flags. I think Tornado just ran out of fuel.
Let's see.
Somebody ran out of fuel.
Danya, that is coming around the final corner. Is this going to be pole position? It's close. 23.2 for the Kazakh driver. But yeah, Matt, obviously Abu Dhabi, a track that you don't like personally. I don't understand why. But you know what? Some very close lap times here in qualifying for the Grand Prix. For some reason, I've got an advert on the standings app. That's interesting. I'll go for the standings in a bit, Matt. But it is the incredible Tornado 0333 that takes pole position, 123.1. Second is Dan Yakovyat. Third is Toby. Fourth is Derin Topal in his second race in the league. Fifth is Alfie. Sixth is Fadu. Seventh is Danny. Eighth is Gabe. Ninth, Darkin. 10th, Callum. 11th, Petrovic. 12th, Nichols. 13th, Thomas. 14th, Davide Sig. 15th is Leighton. And for some reason, Matt, Ilton retired from the session, so he'll start in last place in P16. Yeah, Matt. I mean, Abu Dhabi isn't. I don't really know what was going through my head when I picked it on the calendar, to be honest with you. I think it was just because it was a decent race last season. Not for you, but in general. But yes, obviously, Matt, we're here in Abu. Strategy: medium, hard, medium.
Yeah,
so,
simple.
You know, it's pretty straightforward. Safety car will.
It's quite difficult. Yeah, it's quite difficult to pit a bit early around here because to say the tyre wear is quite harsh around here, especially with the track layouts. And why are the car mechanics doing the T-pose?
I don't know.
They're all T-posing.
I blame.
They're doing the G-Mile Sniffy Squad. That's what they're doing.
I blame EA. Unfortunately, but yes, Matt, obviously Abu Dhabi
is a terrible combination.
The duel in the Formula 1 calendar, one of the more majestic races on the calendar. Obviously, you've got, just Abu Dhabi. It's just absolutely beautiful. And it is the Twilight race, Matt, again. So I do like my Twilight races, so it's good to be back. It's probably why I picked it, to be fair. But it is Tornado that's going to start on medium compound tyres, Matt. So you've got Toby on hards, Danny on hards, Gabe on hards, Callum on hards, and then you got Leighton and Ailton at the back on hards. So majority are on mediums, Matt. How is that going to play into the driver's hands in terms of being quick in the first stint?
Yeah, obviously these beams are going to be quicker, but I don't like beams in Abu Dhabi at the start, mainly because of the tyre temperatures, because it's going to be warmer for the first half of the race.
Yeah.
My tyres were hanging around 100 degrees, my hards were, for the first stint. It was not quite comfortable in its warmer temperatures. But when it cools down, the mediums are better, because it just works better in its cold temperatures. But it can cause it, obviously people might be thinking maybe an early safety car or something like that, and you can just go into the hards at the end. But those hards are not very enjoyable to drive around a circuit, especially when you really need a lot of grip around there. Even more so than before in the old layout. You just need that tyre grip around these sort of very twisty off camber, on camber, fast corners.
Yes, Matt. So obviously, I'm looking at the standings now. It's a very close championship. Obviously, Tier 2 is known for being the closest in the league. Uh, First is PUR Thomas, but he isn't racing anymore due to he was only free for Australia, so he couldn't. He isn't racing. So really, it's Danny, Darkin, Danya, Leighton, Yavas, who isn't here today, he's unfortunately ill. Tornado, Alfie, and all these are spaced out by in points. So this is actually insane. Like 8 drivers, Matt, are spaced out by like between 10 to 15 points. It's absolutely crazy. In Abu Dhabi, we do have our first ever Chilean driver, Matt. First one since CRS Facitas in Tier 3, so that's a good little addition there. But Matt, who's going to win the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix? It's going to be a cracker. They're going to be on smoke.
I'm going to say Danya.
Okay, then here we go. Matt, it's 3 lights, it's 4 lights, it's 5 lights on the gantry for the drivers here in Abu Dhabi.
Let's start
as per usual, and it's lights out and away they go. Great start there from Danya, from Tornado there, sorry. Danya's had a bit of wheel spin off the start, and it's going to be action in turn 1. Danny's on the inside, he's already picked up two positions there off the start, and there's been some calamity in the Red Bull! The Red Bull's in the ball, that's Callum, he's out of the race. 2 Red Bulls have collided. Christian Horner is fuming on the pit wall, and it's Petrovic and Callum that have both been involved in the collision.
Gabe as well, turn 3.
What is going on?
There was definitely the 2 Red Bulls definitely squeezed a car. There's 2 Red Bulls either side of another car. I'm not sure who it was, but the 2 Red Bulls definitely got squeezed by one car, and then both Red Bulls went spam round.
Yeah, it's action. And talking of action, we've got Alfie versus Danny, and the 2
inside.
And the 2 leaders are battling. It's Danya versus Tornado here on the first lap of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Third is Darren. He's had a great start there. The Turkish driver keeping it nice and clean as they come through down to the second sector. The new reprofiled Banks left-hander.
Will only one spin?
And there you go. Will anyone spin? It's a difficult corner.
Oh, it's McLaren! Oh, and Danny's got hit!
Danny's had a spin. He's spun out of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. He's going to have to make... What happened there, Matt?
I saw the McLaren, Toby, lose the rear. He somehow managed to catch it. Danny then reacted to slow down because he thought he was going to go round. Danny then slowed down just a touch and then got hit from behind.
Crazy now, he's battling with Gabe side by side in the final sector. But yeah, crazy first lap now.
And just get going.
Crazy first lap of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, and it looks like there's a good little midfield battle here, and there's been a spin. I think that might be Callum.
It's Callum from behind,
yeah. Callum.
In the pits, 5-second time penalty, and... On to wet tyres.
Right, it's getting a penalty
it's
for that.
It's not the first time I see on wet tyres.
It's getting a penalty for that. It's ridiculous now, to be honest. Right. Darren then is going to be back in that DRS map. He's had a good start. He's 1.4 seconds ahead of Toby. Anyway, moving on. I'm going to bother. Alfie's got the move done on Fadu there. He's up to P5 now. Good start from Alfie here, Matt. He's definitely an underdog.
Yeah, don't talk much about him. Sometimes he quietly goes on with his race. Doesn't get involved in much. You can sometimes catch him by surprise. There's been a spin.
That's Nick Coles. He's in the middle of the track, and it is. Yeah, he's lost his front wing.
Must have been a hefty impact with this reduced damage. Oh, and there's an Alpha T Alpines round as well. That's David Yesig. Damage seems to be avoided.
Yeah.
Nice teammate Gabe is now going to be chasing down on those harder tyres.
You know what happened at turn 1, Matt? I'm just disappointed, really. And Danya has spanned a been a collision. That's Darren. Darren and Danya have both collided, Matt, in the corner, and that's Alfie up to P3. Oh my God, what's going on there in the first sector? And now Doffa, Matt, here we go. Sorry, Doffa or Fad, whoever you want to call him in the slipstream, as they come down the back straight. It's on the back of Danya now. Danya's had a very poor lap here, and Toby's battling with Alfie as they come into the chicane, side by side. And Danya's going to get that move done. He's kept P5 in this Grand Prix.
Yeah, but into turn 1, I had a great view from the helicopter shot. So it's a great shot to see what happened. I just saw it at the corner of my eye for a split second. I didn't know who was in the middle though.
Just
But
kicking
Toby's
off
up to
left, right,
P3
centre.
on the hard tyres now, dude.
What, sorry?
Toby's up to P3 now on those hard tyres.
Very good start
He's
there from the
shuffling
McLaren, and
through
he's got Alfie on the back of him though.
Yeah,
Looking
these
quite
cars
racing.
really struggle around here. His soft medium is a lot quicker.
Here we go then in the final sector.
Oh, he's wide. He's only got a penalty.
He's picked up a penalty.
Yeah.
I think he'll try and do.
Lap 15.
I think Matt he'll try and defend hard. Daniel's now on the inside of the corner.
And Daniel's up the inside of Alfie.
Yeah, Alfie side by side, and Alfie's going to have to yield there, and he's got Fadu behind him now. Fadu's in a good position. Touch wood. Commentator curse is now in full effect because he's going to crash out the next corner. You watch. No stupid moves from the Hungarian. And that's Davide's spam.
Oh, Davide's save, yeah.
Yeah. These drivers really struggling with the back end round this circuit, and it is Tornado that leads Matt by 2 seconds now. And Daniel's in a slipstream on the back of Toby into the chicane. Gonna get the move done, and you got Alfie on the inside of Fadu, but Fadu's gonna have the inside line for the next part of the chicane. Alfie's gonna ride it around the outside as they come. Now DRS is gonna be activated for these drivers as they come down the straight. It's gonna be the two Williamses are gonna be boxed in. Alfie's got no ERS, and that's darken up to P6 in this Grand Prix. Look at that great stop. And someone span. That's Derrin! Matt, Derrin span! What's going on with that corner? He's on the curb. That's fair enough. Okay, he's reset, Matt, but he was stuck on the curb, so that's fair enough.
Yeah, there's obviously a certain extent.
Yeah, and the Red Bull's rounding outside, but yeah, Derrin is going to be absolutely fuming that cockpit. He was in the podium positions, Matt. He's got Petrovic on the inside,
Oh,
and then
no.
Hey, they're down to the Ferraris.
Danny.
Danny's had contact there. Oh, my fucking God. Danny's lost his front wing, Matt. What is going on in this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix? And now, oh my God.
We need to do a petition to do safety car increase, because the safety car never comes out anymore. It never does.
What is going on?
We can have about 5 incidences, massive incidences, and no safety cars will come out.
Matt,
Pretty much go back to increase, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind that for tier 3, to be fair. Right, then, here we go. Alfie's been overtaken by Fadu down the straight. But, yeah, Matt, I think what it was is Derrin span earlier on in the lap, and then he was just rounding outside. Contact model. Spins them both round.
And then ghosting doesn't happen. Danny goes into the side of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Danny is literally getting my luck from yesterday.
Oh, here we go, Alfie, side by side, round the outside on Doffa here, or Fadu, whatever you want to call him. And he's got that move done, he's up to P4 now. Alfie's running a very good race here, Matt, but he's not got the pace, I don't think, to really be running in P4, so he's going to have to try and eke out a bit more performance out of that Aston Martin at the moment. But yeah, Matt, Danny's got a long way to go in this race if he wants to try and get some points.
Yep, still a long way to go. Anything could happen, but if we go by yesterday, it seems unlikely.
I'll tell you something, Matt. Danya's spinning. He's in P2, so he's got, to catch 4.7 seconds. But Tornado may have just been gifted the win by the mistakes of Danya and Derrin. And talking of mistakes, is Alfie going to yield the position? No, he's going to down the straight. Then it's going to be the ERS, DRS, the whole shebang. Davide span again for the 4,000th time tonight. And Darkin, is that Darkin on the inside? But oh my God, it's free wide into the chicane. The Ferrari's on the inside, and Thomas. No, not Thomas. Sorry, Alfie has lost 2 positions there, Matt. What is going on? Alfie's just lost 2 positions as they come down the straight now. DRS is enabled. I think Alfie's got that little bit more ERS to play with. And he's got the move done, Matt. He's up to P6. But Elton's been very quiet in this race, I must say. He's been very isolated.
Last, yeah.
He started last, and to be fair, with everything that happened, I think that was probably the best position to start, to be honest.
One of the tracks by him through the hotel section.
Yeah, I do like that section, the lovely Peters Hotel. It's a nice corner.
Oh, he's went again there. Like a nice helicopter shot, Maldi.
Yeah, yeah. The camera angles
Stardust.
around this track are actually banging. I noticed that last night.
End of lap 6, Maldi. Nice helicopter shot. Oh, and a Frodo's off the circuit. And yet, that's an exploit you can do. If you go wide at turn 2, if you just go wide, really wide, you can just return back on the circuit and get away
can
with
you? Oh, that's good.
To a certain extent, you can't. If you just run it off full speed, it will punish you.
Oh,
But
right.
if you
Well,
have a
anyway.
little moment and then drift off wide, then you can go and get away with it.
Right.
It doesn't actually make you go faster. It just stops you from losing time. But
We
no,
go then.
Fado.
Yeah, in the slipstream. No ERS though for him. Darren's on the pace. Davide's in the pit lane. I don't like it, Matt, when people go in the pit lane. You know what I'm thinking when people go in the pits. Ilton's in that DRS.
With Alfie back round the outside into turn 9.
Round the outside, yeah. Alfie round the outside. This is good
Don't like the
racing now, I
wide
must
line
say,
to
between
the
these two.
rear end here if he isn't careful. Oh, well done.
Yeah, Alfie's just smoked him. Absolutely smoked him. Clean round the outside there. He's got that job done. Look at that, great stuff. I must say, Matt, it's a very, I don't know. He wanted good racing, but the track's kind of spaced out, to be honest.
Yeah, it doesn't seem as bad as it was yesterday. I mean, I looked back at the stream, I watched it for about 5 minutes before my internal anger would kick it back in. But it seemed there was a lot of collisions, especially at the start in Tier 1.
Yeah, there was so many. I was a little bit confused. Even Pistol yesterday was like, "This is not what we expect from a Tier 1."
I think it was it a McLaren and Mercedes and like diving inside into chicane here that we're going into now. I think the car
I'm not too sure.
steamrolled in. It was a McLaren, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah, Gabe's gonna
Mercedes out.
Yeah, Gabe is in the pit lane. He's not had a good race again. Here in Abu Dhabi, he's got a broken front wing as well.
Front wing change, yeah. Safety car is needed, I think, for a recovery drive for at least the 5 drivers that are at the back here.
Yeah, well, just what happens, unfortunately, Matt, in Formula 1, and Daniel's had a bad moment, and now Toby, where the fuck's Toby come from? Matt, he's battling for P2 in this Grand Prix. He's got pace, Not going to lie to you, he has got pace. Toby has.
Yeah,
Great to see.
those mediums are going to, those hards are going to start coming into play soon. My brain went back 4 or 5 years there. But yeah, those hards are just coming to play now. Mediums, like I said, they're only do about 13, 14 laps, and 15 laps, and they start to fall apart. But look at the hards are just starting to come into play now. Oh, he's gone wide.
Oh, bloody hell. Bloody hell, Toby. What are you doing?
He did lose time. It's just it's a way you just can get away with warnings. Like I say, you didn't actually lose too much time, but gaining time doing it though.
You know what, Matt? Toby's got some good pace,
Yeah.
Come on, Toby, man like Toby. And I tell you something.
And Daniel's catch up on Tornado as well.
That's right, yeah. So this is helping Toby. You can maybe just keep in that DRS and just let Daniel, pull him along.
Leighton. Going around the outside into the chicane, turn 7 and 8.
Oh, this is good on the inside for the next bit.
Oh, there's contacts. Squeeze. But the AlphaTauri is there. The AlphaTauri
I'm not going to slipstream.
And Alfie and Fado.
Yeah.
Side by side again here.
Side by side again, Matt.
These guys look like they might be fighting to the end of the race this rate.
Come on, Alfie! Oh, and Toby's lost a second to Daniel.
The kings of using all the ERS in one go.
Toby's had a really bad lap there. He's made a big mistake.
And then Leighton a penalty just to put some sort of wings after lead position. Toby took a lot of entry curve into that corner. He almost didn't got too much.
Yeah, Matt, I think Toby is... he had a bad lap. I think he might have span or had a...
Well, if he can get his pace is good enough, he might get DRS by the end of the start of the next straight.
Yeah, he just needs to try and...
I don't think he has the DRS to do that. He will have to get it through the first sector. Because he's got no rest. Daniel's got 44% to use. Tono's got 70. Tono's just manages his battery very nicely.
Matt, one thing, sorry, that gap is actually coming down between Danya and Tornado as well. So that's going to be interesting to see. And Alfie and Fadi are going side by side again. Alfie's lost the position.
Yeah, but these guys will be fighting for the last position in the top 5, but they don't lose too much time. Sorry, P6. Because obviously you don't want Thomas and Leighton to try and start catching up. But then again, these guys have their own battle. So, we'll see how that goes out.
It is great to see, I'm not going to lie. It is really... Oh, and Alfie's going to go up. No, that was lag, sorry. I thought Alfie was going to go up the inside, but no, that was lag.
Up to the space of the time penalty, that's not going to be good for him.
Come on, Toby.
Yesterday. The one race I was actually nowhere. I didn't get any penalties, which is annoying. There was a race where you didn't get any penalties. The one race you don't actually need to get no penalties.
Yeah, to be fair, Matt, I'm not looking forward to tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know. You know, Tier 3 this season is very different, Matt. Very different. It was very controversial last week in China. As JMO reset to track and he got a penalty, which is great for me, but very sneaky work there from Side Effects. He basically, Matt, messaged me on, I think it was Thursday or Friday, and was like, JMO has cut the track in qualifying, and I've sent it into the streets, and I was like, okay. But then, unfortunately, I got a penalty, Matt. So, unfortunately, that meant that I couldn't take advantage of JMO's penalty, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, I'm still in the lead of the championship, Matt. So, you know, you can still be proud of me. Danny's had a great exit on the back straight. You are proud of me, Matt. That's really good to hear. We are gone. Danny then, P11, down the straight. DRS for him. Neck to neck down the straight. Or it's DRS for Darren, actually. For some reason. Here we go, it's going to have DRS again. Danny's going to have DRS.
Got no battery though, so Danny's going to dump his pack down here.
Here we go. Here we go. Oh, look at this camera angle. Banging views. Round the outside goes Darren. What a move there. Look at this. I love this camera angle, Matt. I don't know, but it's helicopter view. It's
Danny, don't crash here again.
Oh, bloody hell.
This time, Danny, it looks like Danny is the one this time's on the outside and actually further behind on the outside. Always at the moment. Darren. The tanks have side by side through here. Oh, I can't make it for that call myself. Never mind, side by side.
Bloody hell. Right, Matt. Toby's 5/10 now. Matt. If only Toby didn't pick up a penalty. I honestly think, Matt, Toby could have been on.
Darren's round and Danny's round. I've had a collision for turn 2 and turn 3, so I had to cut you off there, but I've had a collision.
Sake.
And Darren's had the worst out of it. There's some damage, I think.
Darren is going to be fuming.
There's definitely some damage somewhere. Don't know who's got the damage.
Yeah, you can see the carbon
Danny's
fibre.
left end plate's gone. Danny's left end plate's gone. Danny's the winglet on the left side of his front wing is gone.
And Thomas is crashed. Thomas is span. I don't know what's gone on there.
He's got some damage himself out of turn 9.
Gonna spin himself
again,
back
no safety
round.
car. Oh, and he's spamming out too much. Again, no safety car.
Safety car would be perfect for the medium runners right now. The ones that were on mediums. Daniel's box.
Yeah, no.
Onto a set of hards. Now this is Toby's. This is now Toby's time to pounce.
And Fado's decided to double stack behind his teammate. Definitely
Danny's
cost him a bit of time here.
Danny's battling with Thomas here into the pits.
The thing is, Danny doesn't have an extra hard with him. Unless he does.
It does, yeah. Hard compound tyres.
They're the old set. You said they're 4 laps old they are. Those tyres, I don't know if they're going to get to the end. if they do, it's going to push. They're hard sale. I think they can do about 22 laps. I think they say they can do. Max, I think it was something like that.
Ah, Toby's hit the wall! Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh, that's a disaster. Has he got damaged?
He's coming to the pits, Marty. He's on the hards. He should be pitting this lap. That might be his. He's got to have to go onto the mediums. If I was him, I would have just done a couple more laps and then went onto the mediums.
Has he got damage? He has no damage, so why is he pitting so early? As he said,
unless he hasn't fixed it. Unless they just haven't fixed it. Because why would he go into the pits for no reason? He would have to do at least a couple more laps. I did 15 laps on my first set of mediums after I had damage on lap 2. I did 15 laps on my first set, and they were 60% worn.
I don't know.
So that was after 50 laps. He's got to do 17 laps on his tyres.
He's lost so much time, Matt. He's lost so much time to Daniel.
Yeah. Leighton's going to use him as a bit of a buffer.
But Matt, look how much Daniel's caught up to Tornado. I think the undercut is a big thing around this track.
It really is.
Is it? That's good to know.
And the US now. Tornado's pace looks like it's not so for shadowing out.
And Darren has crashed. It's been a collision. Thomas has spun as well. Too many mistakes for these drivers. Far too many mistakes.
This track is just so edgy now. I don't know how. People were so much nicer in the old game. You had to grip. The car would stick. There's no weird corners that make you lose the rear apart from the usual turn 2, turn 3. But it wasn't so bad in these games. All you have to make sure that car, all you have to watch out for was just did not get those warnings, those chicanes. Apart from that, the track was beautiful.
Wow.
I don't mind this new turn 5. It's everywhere else I just don't like.
Yeah, I do actually like this new hairpin.
I mean, I did like the last old start used chicane that used to be there purely because I was really good at nailing that. But I don't. It's one of those corners I don't really mind if they're gone. But it's the rest I just don't like. The whole of third sector have ruined it, I think. Yeah, Toby's on those mediums. Will he be able to get this tyre to the end? It probably could, but they'll be very worn.
He's losing time though. He's made. I don't know what's going on. He should be.
I think he has got damage. If he's losing time, he's got damage.
He should be. You know,
up by now.
He should be up there. You know what I mean? He should be battling, like able to catch the gap up. But he's losing time. Just 2 temps. So it might just be because of his. He might be using quite higher wings, Matt.
Yeah, maybe.
He was losing time in the first stint to Daniel down the straight.
Wide through turn 9 there. He's just gained 2 tenths through here. 3 tenths through there. 4 tenths through there. 5 tenths. He's just going 4 tenths through there. Yellow flags. Petrovic. No. Oh, it's in that. He's got penalty. I saw somebody go off for a moment then.
Ilton's in the pits, Matt. Sorry. Ilton's in the pits now.
It's a slow car. I don't know who that is.
Oh, that's Thomas.
That's Thomas. He's lapped down.
Don't know, Matt. This race is not giving. Right, why is Ilton just crossed the pit? Okay, that's interesting.
He's just coming into the pits. That's why he's come out on mediums. He's behind Toby by 4 seconds. That gap's now down to 4.1.
Come on, Toby!
Your name is Toby.
Come on, Toby. Come on, you got the same name as my nan and granddad's dog. Come on.
Very random information.
Where's Darkin? P6.
Toby's losing a lot of time down there. I think it's because Danny's got DRS. I think that's why he's losing so much time.
The thing is, Matt, as well, it's not good that these drivers are, making mistakes because you really have to.
You say that AlphaTauri's round. That's definitely that might be Thomas again.
That's Thomas again. Thomas has been struggling for like the whole lap. To be honest, I think he's trying to cause a safety car. I'm not going to lie to you.
Well, he's no point because he's lapped down, so it wouldn't even bother. It wouldn't even matter anyway.
Which is actually against the rules, so that's interesting. But yeah, I mean, What was I going to say? Yeah, so obviously, Matt, it's very important to get the points in Tier 2 because it's the closest division. You really have to, get the points. At the moment, I think it's going to be Dania that will lead the championship. I think 39. It's going to be quite close, Matt, between Danya and Tornado in the championship. So that's
Daniel's going to make a move here. More championship extensions.
Yeah, here we go.
To the turn
This is crucial, Matt. This is absolutely crucial.
The Tornado will get DRS down this straight now. It's about how much ERS they've got. Both got exactly the same amount of ERS.
This is just going to help Toby.
Wings they're using.
This could help Toby as well get into it. Because if they're going side by side, battling in the final sector, going to slow them down. Round the outside goes Tornado. This is crucial, Matt. These two drivers, I think, could well be the two drivers that are going to be battling for the championship, Matt. If I'm being honest, last season it was Crooken versus Matex. I think this could
Toby
be.
gets another penalty. That's the second penalty, Mel.
Toby's Toby's race is done. I think, Matt, this could well be. I know it's only round 3, so maybe find out. I think at Bahrain. Really like how the championship's going to pan out, but I think these two drivers are going to be the two that are going to battle. But we got 16 race seasons, so anything can happen. In Formula 1. Daniel then's gone a bit wide.
Yeah, I feel like Daniel's using a little bit higher wings than Tornado. Because I feel like the Tornado seems to have a bit extra length. It took so many laps to get him to get past Tornado, and Tornado did the very next straight just breezes back past him. I think, but Tornado has used a lot more overtake. He's got the same amount of overtake down the back straight on the previous lap. Now he's got a lot more.
Yeah, Tornado's got the red light. They've got the inside there, Danya. You're just giving away DRS.
Both of them are going to get DRS here because the AlphaTauri.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fair enough then. Yeah, I didn't realise. Here we go, DRS. Side by side down the straight, Matt. Here we go. This is getting good now. This is what I'm talking about. This is what we needed in this Grand Prix. Matt, side by side. Oh, God, that could have been a Crook and Matex. That could have been a Crook and Matex situation there. These two going neck to neck in Abu Dhabi. Tornado's on the inside to the DJ Danny. Look at how, Matt, this is
He's trying to do what I did to LOS Mercury like that 6 seasons ago.
I miss Mercury, you know.
Yeah, flags. That's Thomas again.
Thomas has hooked it again.
Thomas as well.
This is where I'd say retire, but you can't, Thomas. You can't.
I think it was Thomas' situation. If he retired, honestly, I don't think he should punish a bit because if safety car comes out, he's fucked anyway. I think as soon as you lap down, you're screwed unless the leader pit and you can get ahead.
The thing is, Matt, I don't know if there's Leighton in the pits. I don't know why the game hasn't included the feature or done a feature where you can overtake under safety, like lap cars can overtake under safety car. It doesn't make any sense. This is of course
in multiplayer.
This is the official F1 game, Matt, and it's not in every mode, so I don't understand. I mean, it probably would have caused like 16,000 other bugs, but do you know what I mean? I think Toby's struggling with that car at the minute. I think P4 is going to be his best result.
Maybe. Yeah, Ilton was like 4 seconds behind at one stage. That gap's now down to 1 second now.
Yeah, he's made a mistake. I
wouldn't be surprised if Toby. Oh, he's lost the rear. I used to say that, and
that for fuck's sake, Toby!
I won't be surprised if Toby is struggling from tyre temperatures because its tyre temperatures is very harsh around here. You have to run really low tyre pressures around here, almost minimum.
Yeah, I use minimum. To be fair, I use minimum around every trap, Matt.
I don't.
Oh, Toby. Toby.
Oh, and that's Thomas sideways again. I think he'll be using his teammates' front wings at this moment in time.
Toby.
Thomas is now using.
He's nearly span again, Matt. Toby's nearly span again around that long right hand.
I think his tyre is overheating, and then you can't get him back down. I mean, I think they're probably overheating in the first place, but The spins are going to make it more difficult now.
It's going to help Darkin then get back into it.
Problem is, apart from the two fast straights, there isn't anywhere to cool your tyres down.
Yeah, there actually isn't. It's just corner.
And then turn 10, turn 11, turn 12, turn 13, turn 14, turn 15, and then turn 16, which is the last corner is, how many tracks corners there are. And then you straight back into turn 1 again. The straight's not long enough to cool your tyres down. And then you've got your two fast cut, you turn 2 and turn 3, and then into your turn 5. And I feel like there is just not enough places to cool down. And when you get on the straights, you're going 200 miles an hour, and that's a lot of rolling friction that you're creating, which doesn't allow you the tyres to cut down either. You need a lot of slow corners.
Oh, fucking hell, sorry! Not Fodder, fuck's sake, it's because it's Dopper.
Nathan Dhabi.
He late braked he broke very late there, man. Nearly hit the back of Alfie there into the final sector, into the hotel section. That was very confident on the brakes there from the Hungarian, but he's still in P7, and Alfie now is in P6.
William sandwich.
Alfie's had a decent race, you know. I'm not going to lie to you. Trust him to struggle around that corner as soon as I say that.
Maybe using no downforce for all we know, we don't know.
Oh, and Tornado's gone off the track.
Oh yeah, Danny's not losing.
Matt Tornado, I think I don't know what happened. Span had a mistake. But you can see his ERS as someone span. I think that might be Thomas again.
See your flags, yeah, it's Thomas.
There's damage on the track.
Front wing.
Right, just retire Thomas, it's really not.
Mercedes pit crew.
Oh no, Darkin's lost the position to Alfie, Matt, oh no. I mean, Alfie had that DRS down the straight and he was just able to maximise the grip and maximise the pace. The yellow flag.
Red Bull, that'll be Petrovic.
Do you know what it is, Matt? Well, the track is, the grid is very spaced out. It's happened yesterday as well.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to happen.
I think the track's just very difficult to drive now, and it's very difficult for a lot of people. Apart from those handful of people that are able to master it.
I think I can master it, to be fair. I think I'm pretty good at Abu now. Obviously, Matt, I don't like tracks with a lot of corners, so the final sector
is span.
Gabe's just had a really shit start to the season, and he's really, I do feel for him. But yeah, Matt, as I was saying, the final sector in Abu Dhabi last year and the previous year, it just had too many corners for me. It had the chicane, then the final sector was just, it came at you corner after corner. It wasn't flowing. You know, you weren't able, whereas now it's a bit more flowing. You've got less corners. Yeah, Matt, I just like the track now, to be honest with you. Yeah, it's just better, in my opinion. But you obviously don't agree.
I think it's one of those things where I think I prefer more sweeping corners, not as is in flowing. I prefer something bit more sweeping corners like Japan. Lots of corners where you kind of go into one and into another one, and you just have nice stability and a nice rotation.
I'd say, Matt,
like this,
I'd personally compare Abu Dhabi now to France. I
can see that. The only thing is, it's got more right-angled corners.
Yeah, whereas France, you've obviously got the chicanes in Sector 1, you've got the flowing corners, obviously, I love France. Whereas now this track, you've got the chicanes, you've got the left bank corner, which is similar to some of the long corners in Sector 2 of France. So it's similar in my opinion, not completely.
I just feel like this game, you just don't have the rear grip anymore. There just isn't any rear grip there, and because these cars are so heavy and they do just clunky to drive, they really target trying to put rotations to the car, and it makes the car. I was actually doing a bit of Portugal earlier, and
Oh yeah.
because I got it on Saturday.
Oh
So
yeah.
I just want to test it
Oh
out.
yeah.
So, but when I went on my own setup, felt really nice with the high speed, and as soon as I slapped on Elite's setup, it felt really nice in the low speed. But then it comes to the high speed, you have to be so intricate with the theory to keep the round in play. That's Thomas round again.
That was a shit race. But yeah, Matt, I do like those kind of tracks. Portugal as well is similar to France. You know, well, it's not.
Again.
You know, it's not similar to France, but you know, it's got those high speed. It's got those high speed, you know, flowing corners. So yeah, but those are my sort of tracks, and of course Brazil as well, because you know you can't, you know. So there you go.
I hope Darren doesn't need a pit again. Because that Mercedes garage, that Mercedes crew has been stuck in that position for a long time now. As Danny unlaps himself.
Matt, I need to quickly go do something. I shall be back in a few moments. But I'm really intrigued on this battle between Danya and Tornado, so keep an eye on that. I think Danny is going to get lapped soon as well, so...
Danny's just unlapped himself, so...
I'll be back in 2 moments, everyone.
Got a penalty.
Lovely stuff. Right, I'll be back in 2 moments.
Ah, Danny's in the barriers, and he's out. His front wing broken. Danny in the barriers. It's only just got worse for Danny. He's made some personal mistakes, and if he involves in collisions, that wasn't his fault. He's had a horrendous race. It's been out for a lot of drivers here today. It's been very, very difficult, this track is. Especially if you're not into the rhythm of the circuit, you're screwed. But yeah, got Danya obviously still just leading that Tornado. Danya has enough pace to overtake him, but Danya just doesn't quite have the pace to break the DRS. Just Tornado always seems to find a way to get into it. Ilton is catched up on here on his mediums, but he's got a 3-second time penalty at least, if not 6 seconds, and that's gonna really hurt him. Even if he does get past, he then has to build a gap. All things road bikes, this tyre is going to be a good 14 laps old by the end of this race. They're going to be very worn. Not super worn, but they're going to be a good 55-60% by the end of this race. Some more flags, it's fried down, he's out, he's crashed I think. Safety car! Safety car is out! Finally! And Daniel's straight into the pits, unsurprisingly, so Tornado, and so is Ilton. Ilton's battle is not over. I think that's just screwed Ilton over, and I think it's just screwed Toby over as well. Now Toby's going to lose a lot of places because of those penalties that he's been carrying. This is not what Ilton and Toby need with those penalties. They would have preferred to just stayed out. But now they're all going to dump onto a set of SOT if they have a fresh set. Maybe they're using qualifying, I don't know. Toby's actually just been given another penalty. It's just to put the salt into the wound there. Alfie, you got a pit. I mean, you'd save it if you didn't. Yeah, and Trevor has a pit. Frodo has to put behind his teammate. Obviously, not going to take your teammate. But luckily for Frodo, he's got a big gap behind him and Petrovic. So I don't think he's going to be affected too much. I'm actually curious whether Darren's pit could actually do his stop. Toby's on to set of mediums. I wonder if he doesn't have a fresh set of softs. But even for the worn set, I would have still gone into them. Because simply there's only like 3 or 4 laps left. Yeah, everyone's going to tyres, soft for pretty much everyone apart from Toby. Gabe's also in the pits as well.
Maldi's back.
Darren. Danny has crashed and
but I'm
safety car has come
seeing
out.
a safety car. What's going on?
Danny crashed. He lost his feet. He crashed at the final corner, then crashed at turn 9, span, and then he crashed. I think he actually crashed.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
All I'm saying is pit crew's finally unglitched itself. Thank God.
Is everyone being unlapped? Is everyone on the right lap?
Well, there's no one actually lapped anymore because of Thomas and Danny retiring.
Oh, that's all right then. So
They're
it'll be on me.
Okay.
Okay.
So they're all on the lead lap. But the problem is now this screws up Elton and Toby, who've got at least. I know Toby's got at least 6, if not 9 seconds of penalties.
Let's have a
Hilton, I
look
think he's
at
got at
that.
least. Hilton's got at least 3.
Toby's got 9 pens.
9 warnings.
9. Yes, Matt. 9. 9 seconds of pens. Yeah, that's him fucked. And currently, Toby though isn't actually. He's
on the fresh
13th in
mediums,
standings. So.
Yeah, great. I say he was a good 10, 15 seconds ahead of Dark Engineer, but that screwed him now. That has. He had a gap, but now that gap's completely been reduced to literally a car length.
Are they even going to
So,
catch? Are the back runners even going to catch up?
Well, they have until the end of lap 27. So
I need to
yeah, they will.
hurry up a bit.
They'll catch them up by the end of this lap.
Hopefully. As well as not, using too much of their tyres. But yeah, Matt, it's going to be a very interesting. I don't know why you're going into the pits, Gabe, because you're not now going to catch up, are you?
Numpty.
Doesn't make any sense, or what are you doing?
He's on set of mediums.
Huh? Maybe he's running his qualifying tyres, but to be honest, Matt, I don't
Doesn't
see
matter. There's only
Gabe.
a few laps left. Yeah.
I don't see Gabe.
Even older have some mediums now.
I don't see Gabe catching.
Remember, there has to be 2 laps of running.
Yeah,
So
safety
it's
car
in
is
this lap.
in this lap, and they're coming down the straight now. They're not going to catch.
Darren is definitely questionable, but Gabe's, I don't think he will.
No, I don't think Darren's going to do it,
Luckily for them, this is a big third sector, so they will have quite a bit of time. It's not like Monza where it goes like right at the end of before Parabonica when you have like one straight and you're straight off going.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to catch up, Matt.
I think Darren will. I think Darren will definitely will. He might get the end of it. He will be on nice warm tyres at least anyway. It depends where Daniel goes. If he goes at the last corner, maybe even Gabe's will actually have a chance.
Gabe's coming around the long corner now. Darren's coming through to the hotel section.
Yeah, he's going to the back of the hair.
I think Daniel's gone. Daniel's
tyres.
gone. Yeah, Gabe spots it completely. He shouldn't have boxed. Gabe shouldn't have boxed him with back racing, Matt, in Abu Dhabi.
This is very spread out already. Toby's on the mediums, and actually know why. He maybe didn't have a fresh set of meat softs to play with. But at least those tyres will be nice. Those softs will overheat very quickly if they're not careful.
Yeah. Ilton's going for the move on the Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, but Ilton's got penalties. But this time, no. Toby really stops Toby from getting that victory, Maldy. I don't think Tornado will be very happy with that. Tornado is trying to fight for the win, but Ilton's 9 seconds of penalties. It's just overtook him.
Yeah, Danya. Come on, Danya. I feel sorry for Gabe, Oh, and Darren's on the inside of the Alpha Tauri. That's Nicole's there.
And they can use as much overtake as they want. Not too much, but enough to...
Yeah.
You've got to use it in 2 laps. Daniels obviously looks like he's going to be on to the winner's victory here.
No DRS as well, Matt. No DRS.
Yeah, no DRS yet. We've only got 2 laps of running. The safety car DRS will effectively be enabled at the end of the race.
Yeah. I think if Darren could still pick up at least a P8 here if he can just keep in this train of drivers, because all of them have got penalties, Matt. So Darren can still pick up some points in this race.
Yeah, I think you could probably get about P8 if you can.
Yeah, P8. Yeah.
Passes that to Ilton. Oh, he's gone wide, turn 1.
Oh, yeah, Ilton's got some good pace on these softs.
Tornado's definitely struggling. I mean, even Toby's back behind him on the mediums. Remember, no DRS into here.
I think Tornado just needs to try and just dump his pack down this next straight. Ilton's, of course, on 19% ERS. Darren! Oh, no.
Danny's just putting in the Twitch chat saying it's not been his race today. Well, I don't know what's worse, my race or his race from yesterday.
Here we go. Darren's in the slipstream of Nick Oz as they come down the straight.
Duff and Alfie are side by side again. These guys can't separate each other.
Darren is getting really slowed down here, Matt. I don't think we said he was going to get P8 in this race. I'm not sure, you know.
He might get a few, but he's definitely losing time here. Whether that's getting Nicole actually slowing him down, he's used all of his overtake up already.
10.3. Going to be close, Matt. It's going to be close.
Nicholas gets the penalty as well. That's
it's going to be literally, how can you do this final sector to get P8 in this race? But it is Danya Kvyat who's going to come round the final corner. He is your Abu Dhabi race winner. Second is Tornado. Third is going to be Ilton in the end. Fourth is Toby. Third is actually going to be Darkin.
Lots of changes there.
Darren P10. So that's really hurting Matt. Really hurt his race.
Yep, half a tenth to get P8 there.
Crazy, but yeah, I'll go through the results in a minute. But yeah, Matt, that is Abu Dhabi. I mean, I went, I came back, safety car was out, and it was a pretty, I'm not gonna lie, Matt, it was a pretty clean sprint to the end, to be fair.
Yep, obviously I wish it was a couple more laps.
Yeah, it would have been nice to maybe.
Torno has just put in the chat, the Twitch chat. I'll take the points. Long season, it sure is.
Interesting. Yeah, it's a very long season.
That's what I need to keep in my head. But I said that I kept it in my head last season, but that didn't go very well, did it?
Yeah. First, Matt. I don't know if you're still watching the podium. Tell me when that ends, and then we'll go through the results. But yeah, very decent race here in Abu Dhabi. It wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst. I think it was a better race than yesterday, a lot cleaner than yesterday. We only had 3 retirements from that Grand Prix, so great stuff. I think they're learning that how to behave themselves in terms of following rules. First, Matt, are you on the results now? Are you looking at the results page? Yeah. First, Danya. Second, Tornado. I think we'll try and speak to him, actually. He's on Xbox, so. Third, Darkin. Fourth, Ilton. Fifth, Alfie. Sixth, Fadu. 7th, Petrovic. 8th, Toby. 9th, Leighton. 10th, Derin. 11th, Davide. 12th, Nichols. 13th, Gabe. Shouldn't have boxed him out in the safety car, but to be honest, I don't think he would have got any positions anyway, to be honest. And then it's Danny, Thomas, and Callum. That's your final results for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, Matt. Very interesting stuff. I don't think Tornado's joining, so I think we'll wrap things up here tonight. But yeah, Matt, it's a good, decent race, I must say. It was a decent race. Everyone, you can join Mafia and Pistol tomorrow for STB Mandy's return to the track as Tier 3 go to the Yas Marina circuit for round 3. And do you know something? I'm actually kind of nervous. Not going to lie, I'm kind of nervous for tomorrow's race, but we'll see how it goes. If you don't want to watch that, which would be pretty stupid, you can join us next week where we go back to Birmingham. What? The Jeddah Corniche circuit, sorry, my information was wrong there. Then we go to the Jeddah Corniche circuit in Saudi Arabia for round 4. Yeah, that could be a cracker. So we'll see you next time. Goodbye.